Hello guys, welcome to Dan's IT Network. And for today's video, we'll talk about the variable length subnet mask, which is the subnet network, and the static route, summary route, and we will apply them all on this network. Okay, but first is we need to analyze the network design. All right, so looking at the center, you'll see that there is a router to router connection. And we'll be using this network then and this router to router, okay? The 10.0.0.0 slash 8. And we all know that if it's a slash 8, it is a class full, okay, IP address, and it's a class A, all right? And the IP address that we'll be using on this router in here using this network is the 10.0.0.1, while in here is the 10.0.0.2. Okay, all right, and on this portion, all right, we'll be using the network 192.168.2.8 slash 29. Okay, so it is a slash 29. It's because it's subnetted. Okay, and this is the network IP address then. Okay, so the 2.8 slash 29, and the available use that we'll be using on this network IP address are the first one should be the default gateway of the router. Okay, those this should be the default gateway. Okay, and for this two PC then will be the 2.10 and 2.11. Okay, so this PC, their default gateway would be on this router, right? So it should be the first available host on this network IP address. And the subnet mask that we'll be using on this network, okay, it should be the 255.255.255.248, okay, because it is subnetted into a slash 29. Okay, all right, and on this second portion, the network that we'll be using is the 192.168.2.16 slash 28, and this is the slash 28, okay, the dot 16, and it is subnetted. Okay, that is why it is slash 28, and the available hosts that will be we can use on this network IP address are the 2.17 up to 19. Okay, so the first one should be on the default gateway, this router, okay, which is on this PC. It will be the 2.18 and then the 2.19. So as you see, I already labeled the IP address of the PC. Okay, and the same thing on this side. All right, as you see, I labeled the network. Those is slash 27. So this is the slash 27, and the available host. The first one should be the default gateway, which is here, and the remaining should be on this PC. And the IP address are labeled already. Okay, and also in here, this is the slash 26. Okay, and the IP network address is 192.168.2.64. All right, so this is the 2.64 slash 26. So these are the available hosts. So the first one should be the default gateway, which is here. Okay, the default gateway of this two PC, of course, would be the first host on this network, and then the remaining available host would be registered on this two computer. And again, it is already labeled on this PC. At least is it would be easy for you to see it and identify, all right, what is the IP address that we are using on the PC. Okay, so now to start, let us register the IP address, okay, on each of the devices, all of the IP addresses. So we'll start with this network, okay, and then second here. So I'll open up the PC. I'll go to the desktop IP configuration, and I'll put the IP address 192.168.2.10. Okay, it's the 10, and then the subnet mask. It should be, since it's on slash 29. All right, the subnet mask should be the dot 248. Okay, I'll change this to 248. Okay, and then the default gateway, okay, of this PC should be the IP address of this router, okay, which is on the gigabit 0/1. So the default gateway on this slash 29 is should be the first host, which is the 2.9. Okay, 192.168.2.9. There you go. And let's move on to the next computer, the dot 2.11. Okay, desktop IP configuration. Let's register the IP 168.2.11, and then I'll just change this to 248. Okay, and then the default gateway is 192.168.2.9. Okay, there you go. And let's go to this part. All right, let's go to this PC, desktop, IP configuration, and then IP address 192.168.2.18. Okay, and the subnet mask of this one, since it's on the slash 28. Okay, so this is the slash 28, and then the subnet mask is the dot 240. Okay, well, if you're having a hard time in understanding the subnet IP addresses or subnetted network, well, I do have a separate tutorial on how you can create a subnetted network and subnet IP. Okay, all right, so let's continue. So the default gateway on this network then, which is the slash 28, should be the first host, which is the 2.17. Okay, 192.168.2.17. There you go. And then next PC, desktop IP configuration, then 192.168.2.19. Okay, and then subnet mask is the again it's 240. You notice that I'm careful in inputting the IP address and the subnet mask, because if you input it wrong, then we're going to have a problem with the network. Okay, let's say you forgot to change this to 240, you made it a zero, and then that is a problem. Okay, all right, and for the default gateway on this PC, it should be the router's IP address on this gigabit 0/2. Okay, which is the dot 17. Okay, 192.168.2.17. Okay, close this, and then let's open up the router. Let's register their default gateway and also this IP address in here. Okay, so let's go first on this gigabit 0/0 command line interface. I'll hit enter to get started. I'll type enable to go to the privilege mode. I'll type CompT to go to the global config mode, and then I'll go to the interface gigabit 0/0, and I'll assign the IP address, just the 10.0.0.1, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0 since it's a class A. Okay, so this is the 10.0.0.1. Okay, it's the 10 network. Okay, and I'll type no shutdown, okay, to turn on the interface, and then move on to the next one, which is the gigabit 0/1. Okay, so interface gigabit 0/1, then I'll give it an IP address. Okay, 192.168.2. So what is it? What's the default gateway? This is the slash 29. Should be the first host on this IP address. It's the 2.9. Okay, no problem. So 2.9, and then subnet mask is 255.255.255.248. Right? It's 248. And I'll hit enter, and then I'll type no shutdown, turn on the interface. Okay, and next interface would be gigabit 0/2. Okay, it's one. And then the default gateway on this network, it's on the slash 28. It should be the 2.17, the first host. Okay, 2.17. I'll hit enter on this IP address 192.168.2.17, and then subnet mask 255.255.255. Well, I believe is this the 240. Okay, yes, it's the 240 and the 240. Okay, and then I'll type here no shutdown, turn on the interface, and I'll save the configuration. All right, and let's type here do show run to view the running configuration. Let's see if we input the correct IP address though. Okay, see here. So on the gigabit 0/0, that's the 10.0.0.1. It's the correct subnet mask 255.0.0.0. Okay, which is here. All right, and the gigabit 0/1, which is the 2.9. Yes, it's correct. This is the 2.9 in this network. Okay, and also on the gigabit 0/2 is the 2.17, which is here, as you see the first host 217. Okay, so we're good to go. Well, you can use this commando, the show running configuration, to double check if you input the correct command. All right, and definitely is you will be doing the same thing in here to register the IP addresses.